This is Steve in the bunker, right on the front lines for you, for America. Together, we're going to change the direction this mighty ship is headed in. All right, I'm so proud of you. Everybody's doing a good job. You're blogging, the blogs are up. A lot of people are participating. I saw we have a couple new members. Excellent. Let's not forget, caught red-handed. Click on that. That takes you to the election protection message. We send all 435 members of the House, all 100 senators, and Sleepy Joe in the White House. You might have to wake him up so he reads his message, but he gets the message anyway. Now, what's really important, we sent over 37,000 so far. Take a look at the tally we have on the screen on the website. And now we're close to 40,000. Send as many as you want. I've taken the limitations off. Get your friends, family, rabbi, witch doctor, whoever you want. Have them join, and they can start sending messages. Okay, that's really important. This is not just a site that we can bitch at. No, this is a site that you can post articles, photos, read other people's postings. You can watch videos. A lot of good stuff doing. But more than that, we're sending messages. So we're very proactive. And you're doing a great job. When you send a message, you have two options. First option, you can put in your information and we'll send your first name, last name, zip code. Okay? If you send it anonymously, we just send the zip code. Why? Because, members of the House of Representatives, they have their districts and they know what zip codes are in their districts. So if they get a message across their desk and that zip code is in their district, guess what? They're probably going to read it. So keep up the good work. You can send it. You can send it anonymously, and that's good. All right? That's the election protection. I'm thinking about doing an additional one once we get through this project. I want to talk to you about Josh Alexander. Josh Alexander is a high school student, and he goes to a state-funded Catholic school, and he dared say there's only two genders. Not two genders, yes. Well, this state-funded Catholic school suspended him. Uh, Wait a minute. Isn't the Catholic Church believe in the sanctity of life? Don't they believe that they won't marry you unless you're both Catholic, the husband and wife? Uh, don't they believe in celibacy with priests and nuns? Don't they teach about the moral construct as put forward in the Bible? I thought they did. But this school, if unless you believe in uh, gender fluidity, they're going to throw your ass out of class. Okay, they suspended Josh. All right, that was wrong to begin with. But when he came back after fulfilling his suspension, he came back during school hours while school was in session. Other students were in the class. Got it? Okay. During school hours. And he came back to go back to class, having fulfilled his suspension. He was met by the vice principal and two police officers who arrested him, booked him. Now, this is just a young kid. We're not talking about a hardened criminal that is in Seattle burning down the city or some type of crack addict laying on the street in Chicago. This is just a kid. He now has a record that could follow him the rest of his life. For what? For believing there's two genders. Adam and Eve. Not Adam and Steve, okay? Not Adam and Adam, or Eve and Eve. Adam and Eve. Now, you can believe whatever you want, but you and I are here because there's two genders, all right? I mean, I don't need to give you the video, all right? You got it. Well, wait a minute. This is just a young kid, and he was stating what he was taught at his church that owned this school. Well, that's wrong. He shouldn't be silenced. He shouldn't be punished for teaching and stating about that theology, but he was. What are we really seeing? We're seeing the left's attempt to censor thought and speech. And by doing so, they are violating religious rights and First Amendment rights. Go to Fox News and you'll see an article on the front page about, I believe it's the Washington Times, that says that they're not going to adhere to the First Amendment anymore. They're only going to publish what they agree with. What? I guess they have the right to do that because it's privately owned, but they're making a statement that the First Amendment doesn't apply unless you agree with them. Now, there's something very wrong with that. So this is what I'm going to ask you to do. I want you to open, some of you who's watching this video, open up a blog, start it about First Amendment. What is our First Amendment rights? We don't have to agree, but do you have the right to say it? And then, if there's enough traction, I'll go ahead and write up a special message to Congress, and we can send thousands, hundreds of thousands of messages to Congress about protect our First Amendment rights. Protect the right of somebody who's willing to say, wait for it, there are only, hold on, two genders. I know what you're saying. Folks, I try to make this light and a little bit enjoyable, but this is very serious. Don't take my jubiance wrong here. I like to have a good time, but this is very serious. They're going against the Constitution, and they're going against the people who have a hard time fighting back, like teenage boys and girls, like men and women who are just believe what they were taught by their church. So anyway, I want you to go ahead, somebody have the gall, the gumption, also known as the cojones, to be able to open up a blog and say, what do you think about two genders, true or false, or something like that. And let's see how many people respond to that. And then if there's enough traction, I'll go ahead and write an article, or you go write an article, and then we'll go ahead and send a message to Congress. What do you think? You think you can do it? I know you can. Anyway, excuse me, this is Steve in the bunker, right here in the front lines, working for you, fighting for you as we work together and save America, making America great again. All right, I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye.